Let's talk about the geography of artists, specifically Monet. I had the opportunity recently to see the wonderful, incredible, inspiring Monet exhibit at the Denver Art Museum, and I was inspired anew to explore the connections between geography and art, whether that art is manifest in music, paintings, sculpture, or something else. There's something deeply connecting all of these things, I think, and let me explore these with you right now, specifically with Monet. Now, Monet was all about landscapes and learning from nature, as you can see from these photographs. He was also, as you can see from the map that I showed a moment ago, really keenly interested in just a small handful of landscapes, and indeed had the opportunity to travel to Norway, to the UK, to the Netherlands, in his own native France, along the coast and near Paris, and in his Giverny surroundings, and also to the south of France and to Venice. So in these relatively small handful of places, he really captured the whole essence of nature. And indeed, that was his inspiration. He actually modified some of the local nature to create his pond for his water lilies and other paintings. So he actually modified the landscape on his own grounds at his estate and house. So Monet, he captured a lot of things. For example, looking at the same place in different seasons. So a couple of these photographs show agricultural areas in different lighting and in different seasons. He really captured shading from the sun. He also had a keen sense of scale. He had a keen sense of what's in the mid-distance, the far distance, and the near distance. So that whole perspective on the landscape, which is what we try to do when we have students go out in the field and do sketching and also to collect data. What's near? What's far? What's mid? What are you sensing? Use all five senses. What does it smell like? What does it feel like here? What do you see here? What is it? What impressions do you get from the landscape right here? What kinds of sounds are evident here versus there? The position of the sun, objects, and how their angles are affected by how close you are or where they are in relationship to you. Distance, angles, these are all spatial concepts that Monet captured really rather well. He's also keenly interested in landscapes in urban areas. So Waterloo Bridge, for example, in London, with the factory in the distance, really capturing the late 19th century industrial age, and looking at different weather and how it affects what you see, but also what you feel on the landscape. So capturing fog in London and the bright sunlight in Italy. Also, of course, geomorphology, landforms themselves, rivers especially, and water captured his imagination probably more than anything else. But cliffs, agriculture, cities, trees, fields, trails, flowers, these were all keenly interesting to Monet. I believe there's a lot we can learn from him. For example, this statement here, I anticipate people are going to not appreciate or fully understand what I'm doing, but that's just too bad. So sometimes here the lesson is you need to be tenacious, you need to do your own thing, you need to do something different that has not been done before, and people will just have to deal. I invite you to explore the connections between geography and art. Thanks.